they still have electric skill position talent. Yeah, where they're balanced, they run the ball effectively, and they run the ball.
All right, let's social this out. A little late today, but haven't missed a ton. Eagles defense looked good. Now they're moving the ball. Hurts looks really good. Looks very accurate. I have to re-download YouTube. There we go. First rush to Saquon. And then let's do create post. All right. All right, 3rd and 5. 3rd and 5. It's one of those. It was one of those throws where as soon as you saw him, you were like extremely confident that whoever he's throwing the ball to is wide open. And sure enough, AJ Brown wide open. Not surprised. They've been going to AJ Brown a lot that first drive. All right, and then let's do TikTok, and then we're good. I think maybe the problem's me. Like I was late, and and all of a sudden their offense looks like a well-oiled machine, and then I'll get on here, and the offense looks like dog shit. So maybe it's me. Maybe I'm the problem. It's me. Hi. I'm the problem. It's me. I would like to do that experiment one time of just seeing how the team does if I'm not live. Because, I mean, I'll make the sacrifice for the squad. I have no problem doing that. If somehow the football gods are like, we don't really like it when you go live, we will punish you by having your offense look like dog shit, then I'll take the blame for that, and I'll stop doing it. Steven, what's up, man? Yeah, really good opening drive. I mean, Jalen looked really accurate. And then they were abusing Bland that entire opening drive. Really getting in them. Great start. Yep, Danny. I was saying when I first stopped on, maybe it's just me. Like maybe I'm the problem here because I'm not. I was late, and then they looked amazing, and then I hopped on. We'll see. Hopefully it's not. But when the throw happened, I was only live on YouTube. I was socialing everything out, and I don't know about anybody else, but Jalen Hurts has his touchdown throw. He was so poised in the pocket that as soon as he just threw it, I'm like, whoever he's throwing to is wide open. And sure enough, it was no rush. It was so calm. As soon as he made the throw, I'm like, oh, that's a touchdown. Guys, it was a touchdown. It was cool. Touchdown. It's just good to get AJ Brown involved too. Yeah, I'm so tired of the AJ Brown narrative with this team. It's every week you have a gaggle of media members surrounding AJ Brown's locker room, asking the same question, and he can answer it till he's blue in the face. And it's like we got to nitpick AJ Brown's comments all week. All right, hey, go Birds! I took Jalen Carter to get a sack in this game. I felt like he'd be motivated. Also had AJ Brown score a touchdown. Oh man! Oh, of course Tom Rinaldi's doing the sad story. Tom Rinaldi must have been so pumped to do this story. Eric, what's up? What's up, my guy? How are you? Go Birds! Eagles look good. Defense, offense. There's just something satisfying about seeing Dak like miss a fourth down throw. Chef's kiss on that. All right. Well, hey, good start. Good start. Best possible. I wish I could like change the text because it's like the white, and then no matter what jersey I wear, it seems like there's white in it. And I can barely see best possible opening to this one. Yeah. You got to stop. First drive, score a touchdown. I too am happy that AJ Brown. I don't know when you jumped in, but I was saying like I'm just tired of the lazy narrative. Yes, correct. Like the media surrounding him and bothering him every week. It's just like enough. It's such a lazy storyline. His dead cap is ridiculous. He's going to be on the team next year, whether he wants to or not, which I think he does. He just wants to compete. Another flag. But, I mean, see, I respectfully, ref, I disagree. I don't think it was an illegal contact play. But yeah, I'm tired of it too. Like, I don't know. I'm different, I guess. I understand where AJ Brown's coming from with like wanting to contribute. I said it last week when I was doing a live. Like, if you're happy about watching this offense, there's something probably wrong with you. So like, why are we upset that one of the members of the offense is mad about the offense? I mean, the offense usually looks bad. How did he get through that hole? He ran through 3 of them. Jesus, guys. But hey, go Birds. Go Birds. Second down. I really can't stand Brian Schottenheimer. I really have like a strong disdain for that man because he is, to me, it's like the Schottenheimers and then Rob Ryan, not Rex, but Rob was like the antithesis of like, or not the antithesis, the poster boys of nepotism in the NFL. All right. Good job by Jordan Davis. Been saying that more and more, which I enjoy because I didn't like shitting on Jordan Davis early in the season, but he's been contributing this year. It took 5 years, but he's contributing. Good play by him. Bears fan here. See y'all Black Friday. Bradley, best of luck. Black Friday games would be fun. I'm glad the NFL started doing those. I wish the NFL honestly did more Friday games than – like, I hate the Thursday game. Thursday game's never good. Players despise it. You know what? To defend Dak on that throw, if it was 35 feet to the left, that's probably a touchdown. Probably. But unfortunately, it wasn't. So, thank you for all you've done for the – hey, you too. I know you've helped out the Eagles quite a bit. So, to the point where, like, I don't think they will lose this game, but if they did, I'd be like, whatever. Because they're up so high. They're up by so much in the division that, I was at the game back in like 2003 where they clinched the division in November. They sat their starters for like 3 weeks. It was great. Same time, Bradley. Absolutely. Actually, I mean, the Bears offense is very, like, you can just see, like, they're going to be very good when Caleb puts it all together and all that. DeAndre Swift's having a hell of a year. It's amazing what happens when you actually get an offensive line. It's incredible. Wish they didn't have, but you knew that Ryan Poles was going to get an offensive line because he was an offensive lineman. So, did I miss anybody? Let's see. There's just a commercial, by the way. 7-0 Eagles. They just got the ball back, which is cool. You must have. Steve, Flyers looked good last night, man. I mean, I still think they need a goalie. I'm still very Steven on YouTube. I'm still very perplexed on why the Flyers didn't trade for Askarov. I didn't understand that in the moment. No, I don't understand it now. Flyers have this thing of like, we'll just keep going with like our like mediocre-ish goalies, and they convince themselves they're ones and they're not. But team looks good under Rick Tocchet. I'll give him that. Hello, Boondocks. Hello, how are you? Did I miss anybody else? Gemma, thank you. I do appreciate it. I was choosing between 4 of them that I was like, I haven't worn the Dawkins one in a while, so I'll wear that one. Honestly, I'm not a fan of the Kelly Green, even though my T-shirt is. Never really been a big fan of the Kelly Green, so I don't have one. I knew they were wearing the Kelly Green today, but yeah. So I went with this one, but thank you. Figured what I went with like Nolan Smith 2 weeks ago, and then Jordan Davis last week. So it was either this or Nick Foles that I was going to go with. But as a Bears fan, go Eagles. Thanks, man. I think I love this Bears Eagles like union that has formed because we're just helping each other out. It's great. I'm a fan of the Pat Egan. I'm not. No, that guy probably sucks. Yeah, man. I mean, I'm not Steelers. I'm not surprised they're not. They're that team. Like he has done such a good job of creating a football team that is good enough to get in the playoffs and then never do anything. And I think Mike Tomlin's a good coach, but I think he's like extremely overrated because he has that streak. And it's like, I don't know if my team's not a real contender. What does it matter? I don't think they're a real contender this year with Aaron Rodgers. But they also like don't have a quarterback. They draft Kenny Pickett in the first round. They don't let him develop at all. They just rushed him out there. And now they're in this stage of like going and getting all these like older. They'll probably grab Kirk Cousins next year and be like, he can be the guy. But yeah, I mean, the Steelers have become that organization where like I don't even like think of them. I don't even worry about them. They'll be in the playoffs because the North is usually not that great. But I mean, the North was good that one year. But normally it's like the Ravens and the Steelers, and the Steelers will end up getting into a wild card situation. The Ravens are really the premier team in the division. And then like the Bengals, the one year the Bengals actually went to the Super Bowl. The North was like competitive. But I mean, when you've got the Bengals who are such a poorly run organization by the cheapest owner imaginable, and then you've got the Browns. I feel like usually those are 2 wins. Although, the Bengals can't do that. Can't do that. That's cheating. Stop cheating. It was on the Eagles, so I thought it was on the Cowboys. I thought the Cowboys jumped in the neutral zone. They didn't. All right, that's on me. Hit thumbs down for that. Fred Johnson. Fred Johnson's been really, really good. He was the one who got the penalty. I don't want to criticize him too much. Lord only knows if that was Tyler Steen, though, I would have been going off because I'm not a Steen guy at all. But hey, 2nd 16, no problem. No problem. They got this. They got this. Here we go. All right. So I for anyone new on TikTok or YouTube for that matter, I was late getting on. Late, defense goes down, they shut them out. Offense gets the ball, well-oiled machine, just like clicking. And I'm like, is it me? Like this might be a me thing. Like anytime I go live, the offense stagnates, and then when I'm not live, because this has happened before, where like when I'm not live, the offense looks all right. If I'm late or something. And then this is kind of the determining factor because it's 3rd and 14. And if they do some bullshit like wide receiver bubble screen or something, I'm going to start thinking it's a Pat Egan problem, which is me. I'm Pat. It's pretty much what they did. They needed 14 yards, and they threw 3. It's me. It's me. What was the like? I if there's one tiny criticism I have of Jalen Hurts, just like one, okay, it is the fact that I feel like Jalen Hurts is very very bad at awareness of where the sticks are. Like in that situation, you need 14 yards. You're throwing two. Your wide receiver picks up an additional two. So, oh, abuse the kicker. Abused them. Come on. Put him up on war crimes. You can't do that. He's got two N's in his name. Braden Mon. Come on. Give him the first down. Thank you. You didn't get it. You didn't get some of it. You got all kicker on that one. You got all punter. Protect punters. Protect them. Thank God the NFL put that rule in. Am I right? It is me. 100%. I mean, you can't do that, 19. Kick him out of the league for that. Everyone keep Braden on your thoughts and prayers after that one. Unfortunately, Steve, I did call it. I unfortunately did. But I didn't expect them to get an automatic first down, so that's cool. A lot of Eagles fans there, by the way. Like, I don't know if anyone else has noticed that, but a ton of Eagles fans. Every time the Eagles do something positive, like the stadium erupts, which I'm sure Jerry loves. The reality is Jerry is so senile and old that he probably doesn't even hear it. He probably doesn't even know where he is. He probably thinks Troy Aikman is his quarterback. Did he catch that? Good adjustment. They're going to AJ Brown a lot. They got to help out that Bland kid. He's getting beat like me back in 1996. Tickets were cheap. That's a bad sign for Jerry. Yeah, kick him out of the league. That's not a good sign for Jerry's world. I mean, Eagles fans traditionally will travel really well, but it helps when tickets are very cheap. Deep ball. Oh, he just missed them. He had to kind of adjust on that, but he just missed them by like maybe 6 inches. Did Tom Brady just say they were going for the jugular? Because it's the first quarter. I don't think you can go for the jugular on that one. Smith is so good at tracking balls in the air. But hey, it's all right. I like the fact they took a shot on first down. I love that. I love that. Here we go. 2nd and 10. I feel like the only time to take shots are like 2nd down after like a bad run. Oh, that's not good. Way to get the ball out. Nice job. It was nearly picked, but it wasn't picked. Good job by not taking the sack on that. 184. That's not bad. That's like doable. I mean, there's 2 different companies, like full-on companies, LLCs, that their whole business is traveling, like taking Philly sports fans and traveling around the country and going to games. So I knew that Eagles fans would be there, like a lot of them. This one, but yeah, I mean, I guess if you're looking for like if you're off this week, why not, right? I've never been to Dallas. I've been to Las Vegas. I've been to Phoenix, New York. It's got to be a holding call, right? You don't see that very often. You don't see Devontae Smith have a ball go right through his hands. All right, let's see what the call is. All right, offsides on the defense. King Hudson on YouTube said, and I quote, "Bears on y'all ass next. 8-3 bear down." That's cool, man. You can cheer for your squad. I don't care. That's hilarious. Because I was saying earlier, I like the fact that the Bears and the Eagles have this agreement amongst themselves where we're going to beat up on each other's, divisional opponents. But I just love the fact he came in Bears on y'all ass. Oh, that's funny. All right, 3rd and 5, manageable. That's a manageable 3rd down. Here we go. In stride. Thank God. A crossing pattern. A crossing pattern to AJ Brown. Do my eyes deceive me? I can't believe it. I thought those were outlawed. I thought they were banned with the tush push. No, you're allowed to do it. For everyone who's been on these before with me, I have been bitching and moaning about that for weeks now, saying that AJ Brown picks up the majority of his yards by doing crossing patterns, catching in stride, and turning upfield. And we haven't seen it until now. Maybe that was all planned. I don't like a designed run by Hurts. I don't really like putting our quarterback right up the middle. But hey, got like four yards or so. Yeah, it's like that's exactly correct, Danny. That is what he's good at. That's his bread and butter. It opens up the long play. Instead, they've been doing nothing but go routes with them all season long. Mopar, what's up, man? Mopar on YouTube. Someone rant, but that last play was a third and long play. Should have been worse. You're right, Steven. I don't disagree with you. Every 3rd and 5, every third down play, I'd have no problem with it. Just a crossing pattern to AJ Brown. Ooh, a little pop pass. Jesus, he got cracked. Good Lord. My God. Offense looks good, though. I mean, like early on, they're moving the ball. It doesn't look stagnant. So Kevin Patullo, maybe he gets an extension. I'm kidding. They haven't really gotten Saquon, though, the running game involved too much, but you figure the passing game's going to open that up. You wish – wait, the Bills of the NFC, except you guys win. That's that one little distinction, right? That one little tiny distinction. Yeah, we win, they don't. In the biggest games, we usually don't choke, although the Super Bowl a couple years ago, the holding call, that was a choke job because they were up by 10 at the halftime. Here's a quick story. I think I've told it before, but just bear with me because there's a timeout. So Eagles end up Eagles getting bailed out as totally. Yeah, totally getting bailed out. That's the NFL just wants the Birds to win, clearly. So the Super Bowl where the Eagles blew a 10-point lead, lose to the Chiefs, the holding call. Everybody knows what happened there. I had a movie screening that week, the week after the game, and I knew nothing about it. It was some Willem Dafoe movie. It's terrible. It's called like The Apartment or something. It's really bad. I didn't know that at the time though. And I check in and the marketing person's like, "Oh, how are you?" And I'm like, "Terrible. They blew a 10-point lead in the Super Bowl." And she kind of chuckled and was like, "All right, we'll go get your mind off it." And I was like, "All right." As I'm walking in to the actual theater itself, I hear the security guard because the movie companies will pay security guards to literally stand in the movie theater, make sure nobody's filming. I hear the security guard be like, "I can't believe people aren't over that." I'm like, "Motherfucker, it's been 3 days. You can't believe it's been 3 fucking days. Yeah, I'm not over it." And on top of it, I was working in sports radio at the time, so like it consumed me. All right, 3rd and 3. Really good job by Saquon Barkley. He made something out of nothing on that, which I feel like I say more oftentimes than not this season because the offensive line's been so banged up, but he should have been bottled up and he picks up the first down. Really good job. He bounced to the outside twice. Really good job. Like Saquon Barkley is picked, and people don't realize this because they, if you're not watching the Eagles consistently every week, why would you? You just see the stats. But he has had the toughest 4-yard. He must feel like he's back in New York at times with how banged up the offensive line is. It's been so makeshift. I mean, shit. But at least they rushed to the left side this time because last week it would have been a rush to the right side. Tyler Steen area. Throw AJ. No, he didn't get it. Fuck. Oh, he did get it. Happy accident. Hey, there we go. Pat fucked up again. Hit thumbs down for that. I thought they were going to rule it that he dropped it. No, Jalen Hurts, AJ Brown. Best friends. Oh, yeah. All right. Yeah, the pylon created the drop. Okay. Hey, 14-0. Eagles getting bailed out, folks. Eagles getting bailed out. Let's go. Danny, I have to approve you saying Steen Ugg. Think about that. I have to approve that. Someone said, I cannot believe the Lions won that very ugly, but I had a heart attack. I was shocked when I saw the score going into overtime. And then I have to improve Buddy saying AJ is so back. He's almost front. Why do I have to approve that one? Can people show up about AJ and Mopar? I said it after the first touchdown. Hopefully. But you know what's going to happen is the media's going to surround him and be like, okay, are you happy now? Because they can't find any other narrative with this fucking team other than let's just make something out of nothing with AJ Brown. Ooh, he might have been out of bounds. I mean, if he's out of bounds, they're just going to do the push, and then they're going to get in anyway. But how's everyone feeling? Pat, which team do you hate more, the Chiefs or Cowboys? Chiefs annoy me for sure, but the Cowboys are always going to be the constant. But even like, do I hate the Cowboys, or do I hate like the fans in the area that are Cowboys fans that have no connection to? If you have a connection to Dallas, it's one thing, you know. But like when it's like, oh, my grandfather just watched them a lot. It's like you're from Delaware. Like that's just, I don't know. To me, that's not that I blame the kid on that one. You were radicalized, as we all were. You know, we all were radicalized probably by parents or something. But that's yeah. All right. Second goal was not a touchdown. Unfortunately, they did rule it that it was an incomplete pass. So Saquon has no idea what the play is. That's not a good sign. At least he looks like he doesn't. Oh, design run. Jalen Hurts should not have gotten into that end zone, but he did. He did. How about that? Jalen Hurts. Now this will be the narrative, folks. This will be the narrative. That A.J. Brown, are you pissed that they didn't throw the ball to you again and get your second touchdown? Are you pissed at Jalen for taking that ball himself and scoring? What an ability to stay on your feet. Holy shit. That is incredible. Wow. That is a hell of a touchdown run. Anyway, go Birds, folks. P. Alonso to the Sox. Is that confirmed? I have not really been on Twitter all day. I make sure to run as many errands as possible in my Eagles gear in Dallas. Danny, do you live in Dallas? Have we not been through? You live in Dallas? Girl, what are we doing? You might have told me that before. I know the good doctor lives in Dallas, but oh God, that's horrible. But it's horrible. But in your instance, I guess it's like, what are they going to say? You know, other than like, we them boys, and it's like, well, you can identify whatever sex you want, but at the end of the day, you're still a loser. Got him. Cook that ass. You ignored my theory. I didn't see your theory, Primo. Shut up. I can say that to him. I know him personally. Okay, we went to high school together. It's cool. I'm not rude. Let me scroll up. Cowboys fans are everywhere. They are, unfortunately. It's what happens when literally they put them on TV in the 70s and only them. Sign me. I'll bring some drama. Yeah, we don't need you on the team, Primo. Great lacrosse player, though. Do you see the Pats and Broncos will face each other? I don't. I still have the Ravens as like the team to come out of the East. Not the East, Jesus Christ. I don't know ball. I still have the Ravens as the team to come out of the AFC. So I would say it's like, I guess Pats and Ravens, but I mean the Pats are way better than I thought they'd be. But they also have a quarterback. I mean, I think Mike Vrabel's a very, very good head coach, which pains me because I hated him as a player. But you've definitely seen a jump in Drake May this season as opposed to last. Can the Bears have Jordan Davis, please? If you would have asked me that in like week 1, I would have been like, I will drive him to the airport. You can have him, but he's actually been really productive. So can't believe I'm saying this, but no. Like I'm like really surprised I'm saying that, but no. I'm just surprised because of the fact like I shit on him for 4 years. Please, she says, please. I have to approve that message. Wait, I have to approve it. I don't know why TikTok's not going to approve that. Please. I do appreciate the fact that you have asked nicely. You have, no doubt. But no. For now. I'm going to say no. He's been like really productive. Again, you bought it the wrong time. If you would have asked me this in the offseason, I would have given you him, and I probably would have thrown in like a box of Pop-Tarts. But I don't know. He got a Peloton, and he became like really, really in shape and productive. Now's a great time though to beg you guys, truly, to subscribe to my YouTube channel because I'm live on TikTok and YouTube. If you could just click the link in my bio, and then just subscribe. You don't need to watch any videos at all. I do sports videos. You don't need to watch any videos, but I just need subscribers. Or you could just type in Pat Egan into YouTube and find me that way. I swear to God, as soon as I hit 1,000, I'll stop begging. But unfortunately, now I'm on the streets begging you guys to subscribe with like a little hat jingling change. Game's back on. 14-0 Birds. Thank you, please. Rayshon's like, hell no. I'm like trying to be like very diplomatic about it. Like, hey, like, I appreciate the interest, but he's like, no, we're not doing that. Cowboys fans are everywhere. Like cow chips. I know what a cow chip is. Steven. I'm wondering why you chose that as the example. All right, defense back on the field. Big hole, huge hole. Picks up probably 15 at 20. Javonte Williams just ran through the Eagles defense. But hey, it's okay. It's okay. Alliance guys. Wait. Alliance guys, buddies. The thing is though, I don't even know, like when I think about the Bears and I'm like, all right, like if I was to trade Jordan Davis, like what would the Eagles need? I don't know. All right, we'll give you Jordan Davis if you give us Ben Johnson as an OC. CeeDee Lamb, you gotta catch that, bud. You gotta catch that, dude. That's unfortunate for you and your teammates who relied on you to catch that ball. The contract that you got instead of Micah Parsons. Oh, you gotta catch that. Yeah. Come on, man. That's disappointing. You're on a Dory Jackson. Your teammates are really sad about that. 2nd and 10. Lamb not being able to catch is cool. Wasn't the best throw, but he should have been able to catch that. Is interested in contacting. Okay. I still haven't figured out YouTube or TikTok live because like just random shit will pop up and I'm like, I don't know what any of this. Like right now, it just says Chestagini has lit up all gifts in their gift gallery. What the fuck does that mean? And who is Chestagini? Anyway, end of the first quarter, 14-0. Offense looks really good. Defense looks good. Everyone's happy except I guess Cowboys fans, but I don't really care about them. Yeah, I'd be cool if Hurts scores twice. I made like the most primitive bets tonight. It was like Eagles to win, AJ Brown to get like 40 yards, Saquon to get like 50. Like it was like shit that last year you would have been like, they'll get that in the first half. Although with AJ, I think he's a clip like 70 already. I have to wear this or I have to approve. So not me, but the commenter. Bro, you wear glasses. You know nothing about football. I don't disagree. I'm cosplaying out here as a guy that knows ball. It's well established already that I don't know ball. In fact, I just bought this jersey yesterday. So you're not wrong about that. And the doctor warned me when I initially got diagnosed with poor vision. The doctor said one of the side effects is you're not going to know shit about ball. And at the time I was like 7. I'm like, what ball? Any ball? And he's like, every kind of ball. You're not going to know jack shit about any kind of ball. And I was like, I'm cooked. But that doesn't stop me from trying and pretending. You have caught me. Hopefully nobody else on this live has gotten the message yet or knows about it. Beasley wouldn't hire him if he knew nothing about football. I don't know about that, DG. I don't know. I was cheap. You should probably lose money for winning those bets. Safe bets are always like safe bets never end up hitting. That's the weird thing. Didn't complete the. Oh, geez, I don't know what that means. Refs must be blind too. They could be. I don't know. I haven't looked at the refs medicals. I didn't dive in that far. But hey, it's just a commercial break, by the way. End of the first quarter. Eagles are up 14-0, which is the equivalent of 2-0 in most sports. But yeah, what else we got here? Not bad. Okay. Appreciate that. I think I'm winning me over by my brutal honesty about not knowing ball. All right. Second quarter. Here we go. Actually, I hate at this point saying "here we go" because now, especially when they play Dallas, I just hear Dak saying it in my head, and that's just cringeworthy. Like, I don't want to be like Dakota Prescott. Yeah, it's just it's gross. All right, 3rd and 8, and I feel like unlike last week, Schottenheimer. Well, it doesn't matter. Oh, fumble! That's a fumble. Damn it! And they fucking kicked it away. No, they got it. Oh, love that. I was convinced the Cowboys ended up jumping on that and all of a sudden squeaked out. He took 17 strides, so they're not even going to try to act like this wasn't a fumble. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Fuck, he's down. It's not going to matter. It's all right. It's all right. It was fleeting, but it's going to come back. But isn't it so nice, though, that we can sit here as Eagles fans and then, like, you know, the random, like, Bears fan. Everyone's welcome, by the way. Everyone's welcome. Yeah, like, see, like, Bears. Like, I on cue. Yeah, it's cool, man. Cheer for your team. All good. Bear up. How about that? No, that's horrible. By next week, I'll come up with something better. But isn't it nice where, like, the Eagles get a fumble and then it gets called back clearly like he was down and, like, you're not all that mad about it because they're up 14-0. You're not, like, really, really pissed off. It's nice. Ball is down. I do like the fact that, like, the Bears fans have come in aggressive in this chat. Initially, it started out with Bears fans being like, "Hey, you guys, like, you help us, we help you." Oh, that ball's out. That ball's out. Don't even. Well, I mean, hey, ball don't lie. Ball does not lie. Zach Bond jumped on it. Oh, your whole team, bro. Your whole team hates you. Everybody hates you. Oh, there was no what? A stiff gust of wind pushed that ball out. All right, hey, that one's not coming back. Eagles got the ball. That's cool. Elbow was down. You're correct. Not that time though. That time, the ball came out, and it'll be Eagles ball. Because again, ball don't lie. You know. All right. Defense was looking great. Everyone's coming over and telling them like, "Hey, man, we don't hate you. It's cool. Don't worry about it. We'll still win this game." All lies. They all know it's lies. They do hate him. They're not going to win this game. They know it. There's going to be that one person in the chat. It's like, "Don't speak too soon." We already proved it. I'm not the problem. Initially, if everybody knew, the people that have been here, they're like, they've heard the story 17 times. What the fuck was that? I've never had it before where something pops up and it makes a sound. I was not prepared for that. Completely threw me off. Thank you, whoever did that. Who did that? DG. Thanks, man. I don't know what that was. Threw me off, but it looked cool at the moment. You know, I saw that one time, a little fan club thing. I don't know what it is, but I saw it one time. And it was hilarious because it was a political guy who was one of these like young political arguer guy things, whatever you want to call it. And he was getting very emotional about a certain guy that may or may not have, you know, and he's getting like really emotional about it. And then it pops up like he's like crying in the live, and he was on the other side of the argument. He didn't like this person, but he was getting emotional. And then it popped up of like join my fan club, and I was like, the timing is unreal with that. Anyway, so when I initially started doing the live today, I was late to the party. I missed the first 2 drives. I missed the drive by the Cowboys, were stalled out. I missed the Eagles drive, and I'm like, maybe it is me. Maybe I'm. What the fuck? I was not prepared. Who did that one? DG was not prepared to be a turkey face. It was Dean Withers. Yeah. I didn't want to like get too. I don't want to get political on it. I was literally just pointing out the thing. But yeah, it was Dean. There I am. I'm trying to like get hardcore with my stories, and then all of a sudden I'm a turkey. That was funny. But I initially was like, maybe I'm the problem because anytime I'm not live, the offense was good, and let's test it out. And then they scored. Now I feel a lot better about myself. But yeah, it was the same vibe as Castellanos. Unless it was a TikTok vibe of Castellanos to left. My favorite thing about the Castellanos clip, if you rewatch the Reds home run by Tom Brenneman, is the fact that he hits it to left field. He hits the home run into the Planet Fitness judgment-free zone after what he had said. That's my favorite little like Easter egg of the Nick Castellanos home run for all you people that know what I'm talking about. Oh, sorry. So Danny, so that wasn't like all right, I'm not the only one that thought that was like horribly timed. You can't get emotional on I feel like on a TikTok live talking about a super serious topic, and then all of a sudden, like if they had the turkey face, that would have been great. If he's like crying over certain somebody, and then great job by Jalen Hurts. Evades the tackles, keeps his eyes downfield, finds Saquon Barkley. Saquon's been more productive through the air this game. Like he really hasn't gotten a lot of going on but they haven't really gone to the ground too much. Go Birds, Jordan. Go Birds to you and yours. Does AJ Brown really hate the Eagles, or it's completely made up by the media. He doesn't like the idea. First of all, you're on a winning football team. So like I think every player in football or sports for that matter, you go like it can always be worse. Immediately you go like, oh, I could easily be on the Bengals. And I just bring them up because they're cheap. Or I could be on the Cowboys, like 4-5-1, usually don't play their players. No, but he's frustrated because they're winning great. He's not producing. Like he's King Cardio. He wasn't really involved too much in the offense, and then they took that and they made like a whole storyline of it that he hates everybody and he wants off the team and all that nonsense. It's like, well, no, the team's winning, but the offense doesn't look like it did last year, and he's not really a part of it, which is bizarre because he's one of the best wide receivers in the league. But this game, I mean, this has looked like the closest thing we've seen. I guess the second Giants game, but this is the closest thing we've seen since like last year's offense. All day to throw. Jesus, he really has. Nobody's open. Just chucked it up. Damn, he had Saquon, but surprising that nobody was open. All right, 2nd and 20. Please don't run up the middle. Yeah, right. I think that's the biggest difference in this one is the fact that they haven't done they had that one like 3rd and 14 play where I was like, please don't do like a wide receiver bubble screen. And they didn't, but they did a 4-yard pass. I was like, what the hell is that? But other than that, their offenses looked at least different. Another fan club. Thank you. I don't know what that is, but thank you. Let's go Birds. Go Birds. Go Birds to you and yours, man. Let's go. Fly, Eagles, fly. My favorite thing about TikTok is it's tank time. Tank Bigsby. Tank it up. Is whenever I make a TikTok and it has nothing to do with sports, which actually a lot of my videos aren't about sports. But whenever I do, I usually don't know how to end TikToks. So I just will say like, go Birds, go Phils, go Sixers. But my favorite thing is like when I do one of those that has nothing to do about sports and all I did was end it with go Birds. People will comment like fly Eagles fly or go Birds back. It's like, all right, well, we're in this together. I'm like, you get it. You notice random person on TikTok. You're understanding of the cult that we're in. All right, 3rd and 12. Ooh, deep ball. He's got him. Smitty. The adjustment that he made on that. I said it earlier. There are very few wide receivers that are better at adjusting to the football while it's in the air than Devontae Smith. Because that was underthrown, comes back. He had to backpedal to his left to grab that ball. Love it. Oh, and I will remind everybody out there that maybe I've forgotten that Devontae Smith would have been a New York Giant had it not been for Howie Roseman trading up with the Cowboys. Oh, pop pass to Devontae Smith. He's going to get in. He's going to get in. He's going to get in. He didn't get in. I jinxed him, and I apologize. And I take full responsibility for that. I take full responsibility. I apologize to every Eagles fan on this live on YouTube. I spoke too soon. He didn't get in, but he's at the 1 yard line, and we'll just do the push to get in. And so, like, this offense looks way different. You know, I don't know. Like, I've had this theory that Nick Sirianni was meddling, but if he wasn't meddling, it was Kevin Patullo all the time. And now Nick Sirianni's whatever the change was, I don't know, but this looks way more dynamic and different. I mean, they're about to score their third touchdown of the game, and it's 12 minutes, 11 and a half minutes left. And oh, there's a surprise. They got in. And now we're gonna get the fun of NFL football in 2025, where there's gonna be some Dallas fan that slows down the video to prove that the Eagles were cheating and everybody jumped all early and all that. They're not gonna matter. Bang bang bird game. How you doing, Jerry? Jerry has no idea where he is. In Jerry's mind, it is 1996. He can't figure out why Troy Aikman's not having a good game and Michael Irvin keeps dropping passes. That's what he can't figure out in this one. I hope that man runs the Cowboys for eternity. There's going to 100% they'll replay it. Yeah, they'll replay it. There'll be some guy on Twitter who tweets it out, NFL's got to do something about it, as if it didn't get stopped last week. The Lions stopped it. There was a guy on TikTok who did a really good breakdown of how exactly the Cowboys or the Lions stopped the push. And they had a guy coming from the edge. He was unblocked. He would wrap up Jalen Hurts' legs so he couldn't move. Like, it was great. It was a great breakdown. And the Lions were one of the teams that did not vote to block the push. I don't know if the Cowboys did either, for the record, but it just cracks me up. Anytime the Eagles successfully do the push, immediately you have the slow-mo Zapruder film, slowed down bullshit. I'm like, do that with literally any play. You're probably getting a similar thing. I look all right with a bow. I don't know who did the bow, but I look all right with the bow. I'm sorry. I'm missing everybody here. DG, thank you for the bow. Probably not going to wear that out. I think that's probably just for me in my domicile. But yeah, DM, that Smitty catch was insane. They false start every time they do it. It's not a false start if you don't get caught. The thing about they false start every time is, do you think the refs aren't looking for it? Like, it looks different when you slow it down to 0.2 of a second and you're slowing it as slow as possible. But in real time, when you look at it, and notice they never slow down any other play. There's never pages dedicated on Twitter or YouTube or TikTok or anything to slowing down any other play. The only play they will slow down is the push. But if you slow down any other play in football, it's probably some guy, probably some offensive lineman who is jumping early. But it's made out to be like the Eagles are going, look, if you don't like it, stop it. And the funny thing is, every single team that voted against it has unsuccessfully tried to do the push. So you have Sean McDermott and his baby shit soft mentality voting against it, saying player safety. He tried it in the AFC Championship game. It's the reason they didn't get to the Super Bowl. These teams try it. They're not good at it. And then they're like, oh, well, the sanctity of the game and player safety and all that. And they make it out like people. That might be one of the safest plays in football because they're so crammed in together. Go Birds. Huh? That's all that matters. Go Birds. Smith was also made impossible catch. Yeah, Smith is like, when it goes to Devontae Smith, if it's in the vicinity of him, he's coming down with it. Everyone thought the Cowboys was going to win. I thought the Eagles were going to. I mean, I'm biased, though. A little biased. Like, I didn't worry about this game at all. I didn't hear any Cowboys fans talking, but I wasn't looking for it. Bears fans have been in this chat, and then they've been on my YouTube stream as well, talking quite a bit, just saying, like, bear down, which is fine. They can cheer for their team. Bears have been dog shit for years, so, like, I'm kind of happy for them in the sense of, like, they finally have a competitive football team. They have something to cheer for. Really good tackle by Jeremiah Trotter Jr. on that. And you see what happens when we get AJ involved. It's crazy, right? It's amazing to think what happens when you get one of the best receivers in football involved in your game plan. When our Cowboys fans, like, very true. Most relaxed game I've had all season. Same. Like, this is what we needed before Thanksgiving. This is what we needed. Just a nice kick back, enjoy. By like the third or fourth quarter, I'll be telling you about my bad dating stories. Everyone's gonna be like, "What the? I thought we were in like a football watch along." It's like, well, we were until the Eagles bludgeoned them, and then then it turned into like Pat's therapy session about what's going on in the dating scene. Wonder how that stadium is. I love how they designed the stadium, not realizing like the sun would be brutal at one point. I love when they do stuff like that. I went to um, Netflix house in KOP, and I was looking for the bathroom, and I told my buddy, how funny would it be if they designed this whole thing and they forgot to include bathrooms? And they didn't realize it till today. They have bathrooms, by the way. All right, Dak throws to CD. CD caught it, but it's gonna end up being like third and three and a half. Netflix house was really cool, but everything is like pay as you go. It's not like one flat fee and you get to do everything. So like if you want to do the escape rooms, you can do the escape rooms, but they're going to cost you. So it could rack up a pretty big bill depending on how many people you have in your party. The mini golf was cool, but you can get through it pretty quickly. So I would say the escape rooms are probably the coolest thing because they're like 45 minutes. But yeah, it's definitely cool. And it's free to go. You can check it out. All right, first down, Cowboys. Ferguson caught the ball. He's had a horrible year. My dating life is shit, so I understand it. Yeah, I mean it's like I'll have good days and bad days in the dating scene. Trust me, by the third quarter, I'll get into all of that with all 11 of you people. All right, 21-0. Cowboys have the ball. Flag on the play. Did they jump? Yeah, you can't do that. Look at that. It's a false start. I was made to believe that the referees don't look for false starts, but they just found one. They found one right there. The other thing, too, is that the false start thing with the slowed down video, you just saw it, right? Cowboys are lined up. They're trying to run a play. One of their players jumps. The Eagles jumps in the neutral zone to indicate like I was drawn off sides. And it is on the Cowboys. The play is so incredibly quick. Like these videos, they're slowed down to make it look like the Eagles are jumping egregiously. There's no room for a player to jump into the neutral zone and be like, "Oh, I was drawn on sides," and that doesn't ever get brought up. But it's because the video is slowed down from the actual standpoint of like when it, in real time, and in real time you can't see anything, you can't tell. All right, 2nd and 6. Handoff. And it's tough. It's tough. They probably shouldn't have blown that dead when they did. Tough running. Eagles Cowboys. AI was telling me to discuss gameplays. AI doesn't like the fact I was talking about literally anything else. My Green Bay hatred. They're getting. I don't hate the Packers. I watched Hours of Pickens. Dude is funny. I liked him coming out of college. I liked him with the Steelers. Oh, that was almost picked off, but it wasn't. They're dinging and dunking their way down the field. 1st and 10. I mean, it's one of the funniest guys in the NFL is dealing with a horrible season. Is oh my god, now I'm drawing a blank on him. The wide receiver for the Bills, Keon Coleman. Keon Coleman is probably the funniest guy in the NFL, but he's having like the worst year imaginable. Oh, jet sweep. Good job by not holding him to like 3 or 4 there. Andrew McCoupa did a good job of getting out to the outside to hold him up. All right, 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. What's everyone doing for Thanksgiving? On YouTube, Stephen Paul need to hold them to a field goal only. Yeah, but I keep in mind, Stephen, the Eagles get the ball to start. Oh, that's a hold. Wow, they did not call that. Adoree Jackson's they're attacking Adoree Jackson this game. Not surprising. I can't believe they didn't call that holding play. Who is that? Yeah, look, that's a face mask. Jalen Carter was getting held by his face mask. It's all right, whatever. They're up 21-0. I'm not going to throw a fit about it. I mean, I don't know how the ref missed it. All right, 1st and 10. 1st and 10. Here we go. Jackson getting cooked. Yeah. It smells like burnt toast right now in Dallas. It's Adoree Jackson. He had a really good game last week, though. Jesus, what tough running by Ferguson. Good Lord. Ferguson should have been held to a 4-yard gain, and he just picked up 12. That might be the best run he's had all season. Damn, he stiff-armed Zach Bond. Ran through Quinyon Mitchell. It took both Quinyon and Cooper Jean to wrap him up. It's a good run. Cowboys probably will end up scoring here, but it'll give the Eagles 6 minutes to drain clock. And then you hope that the Eagles would score. It'd be 28-7. The Eagles get the ball, start the second half. He got in. I think he got in. If he didn't get in, they're going to say he's down at the 1-yard line. This would be a perfect opportunity for the Dallas Cowboys to do the tush push. But I think they're cowardly, and I don't think they do it. Eric, I hope to God that they fumble the ball, man. That would be hilarious to me. If they fumbled it on the half-an-inch yard line. Oh. Eagles. I feel like the Eagles line up in the neutral zone. I feel like Moro Joma just lined up in the neutral zone. No, they called out on the Cowboys. I thought for sure. Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, I don't know, ball. All right, well, that'll help. That'll help, Eric, your proclamation that they'll fumble the football. All right, here we go. Fuck, I said it again. All right. It's 2nd and 6. Oh, did he pick that off? Oh, my God. He picked it off. Oh, my God. Brian Schottenheimer has no idea what to do. He's dumbfounded. My guy's gobsmacked. He got away with a little bit of a, but it didn't affect it that much. That's just a bad throw. Eric for the win. I know he said fumble, but I'll take any kind of a turnover. That is hysterical. And that's a play where Cowboys fans be like, look, he was holding them. Yeah, he was just checking the jersey tag to make sure it was authentic. That's all. Oh, Dakota, what are you doing? Old Dakota Prescott. Oh, man. They must absolutely despise whoever that offensive lineman was that had the false start that backed him up into a passing play. Oh, man. Go Birds. That is hysterical. I'm sitting here doing in my head all right, it'll be score and it'll be 27-7 heading into halftime and that's all right. No. Jerry must be loving this. And the best part about all of this is the fact that that it is going to encourage Jerry Jones to not pay anybody because his justification for not paying Micah Parsons was we gave all this money to our quarterback and our quarterback was barely on the field. And then it's going to turn into this year. We gave all this money to our quarterback and we're still not winning. Love it. Go Birds. I'm shocked he paid Dak, and I think it was only because he knew that he needed a quarterback. And what's hilarious about Jerry Jones is he won't pay Micah Parsons out of pure principle that Micah Parsons wanted a contract. So he trades Micah Parsons, and then he trades for Quinton Williams. I mean, make it make a modicum of sense in that. You're 4, whatever they traded for him, they're 3 wins. You're trading for you could have just kept Micah Parsons with the money that with Quinton. It makes no sense. Declan, the Eagles are up 21-0. They just picked off Dak in the end zone. There's probably 6 minutes left. 6.5 minutes left in the first half. It hasn't really been close. Like it's been a rough go for the Cowboys. So, Jim, all good, man. We'll see you next week. Cheer for your team. That's cool, man. Go in his office and start crying. I think Brian. I don't even think I really don't think Jerry Jones knows what's going on. I think he needs a bowl of tapioca pudding, and I think if they tell him like, "Hey, we're wearing green this week," like he'll fully believe it. I just think that he's that senile. This could be a Tanner McKee game, buddy. Very well could be. Oh yeah, everybody hates that kid. That poor kid. Guyton, you're just I pray for you in film study this week, my guy. I'm gonna need Fox to get me more Jerry shots. I agree with you. I need to see sad Jerry. Sad, dejected Jerry. But again, I think it might just be confused Jerry. Like I think he was just kind of wheeled out there. He's like that one congressman from Kentucky, who like completely froze the one time. Like they were asking him questions and he glitched because he's like 97 years old. You can tell how political I am. I don't know his name, but he just like completely froze. And then like his handlers were like, "We're gonna go now. Pop needs to go. It's 3:00. He needs to eat dinner." Buddy, I would love a massive Saquon run because the one thing that I haven't hit so far with my bets is like Saquon Barkley anywhere near. I think I had him at like 50 or 60 yards, and he might have 10. They haven't run the ball at all, but they haven't needed to because they've been so deadly through the air. So, and again, they're not running; they're just backing up. Just a ho-hum pass to Devontae Smith. I do think, though, with 4 minutes left, I think they will kind of try to bleed clock a little bit, score before the end of the half, and then go in. Brian Schottenheimer is so cowardice that if he gets the ball under 45 seconds, he'll just take a knee. Mitch McConnell, thank you. Everybody, I love how everybody knew. There was no doubt about who I was talking about. Yeah. I have people at work who gave the Cowboys a chance. That's adorable, Jordan. I can't wait to see. I can't wait to hear how work went this week for you. Glad the refs got our back too. Yeah. Sure. I don't know what that is. I don't know what a false start and what an encroachment is anymore because I've called it wrong this entire game. So this will be interesting to see what happens. Yeah, Lemmy. Hopefully they do Cam Jurgens false start. Hopefully they do drain clock, but it's gonna be tough when you're doing false starts. It's good to have Cam Jurgens back, by the way. Like this has been cool because knock on wood, I don't have wood near me, but we haven't seen Brett Toth. What do you do? The head turn? All right, whatever. Eagles fan from dude, that is so cool. What part of Ireland are you in? Because when I play FIFA, I play as an Irish team called Cork City because I found the team name hilarious. He's got all day to throw, all day, and that's just good defense. 4th and 7, so the Eagles will punt. Yeah, what part of Ireland? That's awesome. How did the Eagles not have a true backup center? I don't know, man. I talked about this a little bit like in my previous lives when Brett Toth has had to come in, and they did. I don't know if Willie Lampkin is elevated to this game, and I think he's going to be their backup center going forward. But when you think about it, they've always had really good offensive lines, and they've always had a situation where they've always had pretty good backups. Like this year, they traded for Fred Johnson. He was very familiar with the team, but they trade for him. He's a very serviceable backup. Guards and centers this year, they haven't. But when you think back to last year, they didn't need any because they were so incredibly healthy all season long that, I think they needed Fred Johnson for a few games here and there. I think Mailata was out. But other than that, like their offensive line was basically intact. So I don't even know if this has been a situation if it's just this year or if it was last year and this year. Last year, though, they're all, their backup was Tyler Steen. I think Tyler Steen's a good backup. He's not a good I don't want to see him as a starter. So their depth kind of whittled by the wayside there. But I guess my point is it might have been a situation where this was last year too. We just didn't know it. And this year it's been so heightened by the fact that every single week they have had offensive line issues because week 1, you had Landon Dickerson coming back from a surgery, and then every week since it's either been somebody has been missing, like Lane Johnson this week, or someone's just been leaving early with an injury, and you've had way too much Brett Toth. So, but I think it's going to be a massive point of emphasis in the draft. What are your thoughts on the Chiefs? I think they're cooked. Like, I think they're a good team, but not great. I think they got old. I think, I think they'll make the playoffs. They might even make the AFC Championship game, but I think like their time in the sun is probably done, and it's kind of a staple of an Andy Reid offense. Like they had receivers at one point, and now it's Xavier Worthy's had a horrible season. Rashee Rice is good, but they're relying on like Tyquan Thornton. And it's just like it's a bunch of like who the fuck are these? I thought if Xavier Worthy took a huge step up, it's one thing, but I just don't. Yeah, I think they're like under the elite teams. Although who is elite now? Because the Lions were supposed to be elite, and the Eagles looked really good against them. At least their defense did. Their offense looked meh. So I don't know, ball. 2 hours north in the middle. Cork and right in the south coast. Yeah, I don't know where it is. So funny thing, Farmer. I don't know if it's actually funny. Zach, completely correct. Cowboys are pathetic, and I'm loving it. So I did a FIFA tournament with the Philadelphia Union, which is the MLS team, and they had like one of their ambassadors was at this tournament, like a former player, like all-time franchise great was there. All these people are playing with like PSG, Man City, Portugal's national team, Juventus. Like they're playing with like the elite teams. I know I have no shot of winning this tournament. I'm really just there for the free wings. And I'm playing with Cork City. And the guy walked by with his very, very thick French accent and was like, "Who are you playing with?" And I was like, "It's Cork City, dude." And he was like, "Who?" And I'm like, "Cork City." I was like, "You don't watch soccer, do you?" And he just started laughing. There's my my Cork City soccer story. I shamed a former professional soccer player for not knowing who Cork City was. I'm like, "Bro, Irish Electricity League, like you not follow the sport? Like who am I gonna pick? Leeds United? Oh, I could be real creative and pick Liverpool? Like, no, picking Cork City." Yeah. So nobody asked for that story, but you got it anyway. I mean the Rams, honest, yeah. Surgent. I think the Rams are probably the other elite team in the NFC. I thought it was the Seahawks, and then the Rams completely obliterated the Seahawks. So normally what I do is I take every free bet that I get from DraftKings, and I will put that towards a futures bet. So if I get like a $2 free bet, I don't actually use it on a live bet. I'll put it on like the Eagles win the Super Bowl. And then halfway through the season, I pick whoever I think could upset my Super Bowl team. And this year I'm doing the Rams. I Mitch McConnell myself. I talked all that shit about pop-up, and I just Mitch McConnell myself. But yeah, I mean, I think the Rams are really, really good. You got to remember the Eagles should have lost to the Rams if it wasn't for not just one, but 2 blocks. So they're an elite team. They're very, very good. And Matt Stafford's playing out of his mind. Good job by Dak. There he goes. He's going to end up scoring. No, he didn't end up scoring. He also ended up fighting for more yards because he's a coward. So, dude, Adoree Jackson is just getting. I mean, that was zone coverage though. I just saw Adoree Jackson. It's at the point where like I just see a big gain and I see Adoree Jackson. I just assume that it was this guy, but it was zone coverage. All right. Eagles 21-0. Yep. Go Birds. Go Birds. You and yours, Juan. All right. So the Cowboys are in field goal range. Javonte Williams is a tough runner. Go Birds, Chris. Everyone's welcome, but like an emphasis on the Eagles fans. People forget that game last year in the snow. I don't know if it was. I don't know. I don't know if the snow game. I'm assuming you're talking about the playoff game. I don't know. I think maybe if it was a regular, because the Eagles were up by a lot. Like you remember when Saquon made that huge run, and he starts like banging his helmet over. Everybody, including me, was like, "This game is done." And then the Rams came back, so it wasn't like they couldn't play in the snow. I don't know how much it really truly affected them. I used to work with a former Eagle. Well, I don't know why I'm saying like you guys want to know. Trey Thomas. And he was like, it would crack us up because they'd be like, oh, the Eagles are really, really good. Like they're used to this weather. They're good in the snow. This team coming up from Florida or out west, right? Like they're not used to the weather and all that. He's like, bro, I'm from Florida. Like I'm not used to this weather. So all these media pundits saying like we're built for it. Like we're not built for it. I'm not built for this. He's like, if I had my druthers, we'd be playing in 70 and sunny. Like I don't like playing in the snow. It sucks. So I think the idea of like a warm-ish weather team coming to the cold, I don't think the cold weather teams like it. And that's just from a former player. I used to think the same thing of like, oh, yeah, like Tampa Bay coming up here, you got to be a positive effect for the Eagles who are used to playing in it. In reality, they're like, no, we hate it too. I do think there are weather conditions though that do end up helping certain teams. Like I think the altitude in Denver, I usually will take Denver depending on how the team is, obviously. If it's a close game and the game's in Denver, I'll favor Denver all day because of the altitude situation. I think the humidity in Tampa absolutely has an effect. But that's more like your body because the altitude is going to affect your, lung capacity, and then the heat and everything in Tampa is just going to affect your hydration. How hydrated every hot game in Tampa, people are leaving with cramps. I'm not a doctor, by the way. I should clarify that. Seattle probably is better in the rain. Maybe. They can't let go until at fourth. I'm assuming you mean like they can't like let the game. Eagles were forcing fumbles on every team last year. They were. I mean, their defense was really good last year. But like, I'm not going to die on this hill though. Like, if you think that the weather affected the Eagles in a positive light, like, I'm not going to sit here and argue with you because, yeah, you can make the case that the Rams fumbled because ball was wet or whatever. That's another tough run by Javonte Williams. All right, minute 50. So once again, though, even if the Cowboys score, it'll be 21-7. And then Eagles get the ball, start the second. All right, so they're putting the stat up. The Cowboys have scored the second most points in the first half in the NFL. And sorry, I gotta move my thing because my battery's low on my computer. And this is another example of how good Vic Fangio has done with his defense, but more importantly, how much of a difference maker Jalen Phillips has been since they added him. Because you factor in the Eagles add Jalen Phillips. They play Green Bay in Green Bay, shut out their offense. I mean, their offense had nothing. Last week, you play Detroit. Granted, it's a home game, but you're playing Detroit. And that offense is chock full of weapons, and you basically shut them out again. I mean, they scored one touchdown, but you stifled their entire offensive game plan. And then this week, you're facing the team that has the second most points in the first half. And as we stand here right now, it's a minute 19 left in the half, and they have 0 points. Like, credit to Vic Fangio. I did a whole video on YouTube this past week, which link in the bio. If you could just subscribe, you don't need to watch anything because I'll just describe what the video was about. This is crossing pattern to CD Lamb. But